Here we go.
Here we go. Everybody's got salary cap problems in the National Hockey League. Dateline is Edmonton, Alberta. Dateline is the St. Louis Blues. Edmonton is up against the cap of $88 million. They signed most all their guys except they had 2 young restricted free agents. They could not offer them extensions at this point. The Blues, 2 days ago, in the middle of the night, signed offer sheets to 2 of their top young players. One of them is defenseman Philip Broberg, who played the American League here. We saw him with Bakersfield, went up there, and he played really well as the Oilers got to the Stanley Cup Finals. The other is Dylan Holloway, kind of a special teams checker, etc. They both signed offer sheets with the St. Louis Blues. The problem is those offer sheets are worth $13 million, and Edmonton does not have cap space. Edmonton's got 7 days to either match the Blues offer sheets to Broberg or Holloway, or get draft pick compensation, take a second and third round pick. Edmonton is kind of backed into a corner. They didn't want to lose Broberg, but they got a problem with Broberg unless they're going to move somebody else in a trade to clear payroll. Oilers got an issue. St. Louis played this thing right to the bitter end and then made the flashpoint offers. The other is that's the logo of the Quebec Nordiques. Once upon a time, that was a really vibrant franchise in the World Hockey Association. Because of economics, the Nordiques could not stay in the NHL. They had been admitted. They became the Colorado Avalanche. That franchise moved. Anyhow, their executive vice president and lead scout, he eventually became a general manager. His name is Gilles Léger. Just passed away at age 83. Listen to the list of NHL players that he got to Quebec City when they were in the WHA and then transitioned into the National Hockey League. Do you know the name Peter Forsberg?
Yeah.
Do you know the name Joe Sakic?
Yes.
Do you know the name Matt Sundin?
Yes.
Those were part of the pipeline. The other one was Peter Stastny, who defected from Czechoslovakia. That was part of the pipeline of guys Gilles Léger scouted, drafted, signed in Quebec, and a whole bunch of those guys wound up as the cornerstones of the Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. I knew him back in my minor league days when I went to the World Hockey Association. Cigar chomping scout, old school. French brogue when he spoke to you.
French brogue.
Cool guy, but nice man. Gilles Léger has passed away at age 83. Those of you, part of our old Canada network, probably know who I'm talking about, but he was a really, really good player personnel guy. If we don't cover it all, it's because we haven't gotten to the last page here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hacksaw's headlines. This will be fun.
Okay. Well, first, before we get to that, Lee, can I at least I have a question.
Go ahead.
This Nordique logo, I've never seen it before. And obviously it looks like a hockey stick and a puck on the right, but what is that on the left? Is that like a letter N?
It's a letter N, or it can be an igloo. Nordique means to the north, which is where Quebec City is in northern Quebec.
Aha.
That's why they came up. Their typical logo is the French flower, the fleur de lis.
Oh, yeah.
That had been part of their logo, but that was the original logo of either, it looks like Inuit igloo with a hockey stick and a puck, or it could be the letter N with a hockey. That's a good question.
Well, thank you. Every once in a while, I'll come up with one. But their old logo was like the New Orleans Saints, right?
Yeah, the fleur de lis. It was blue, red, and white.
Right on. Yeah.
So he was an unbelievable scout.
That's cool. That's a good story.
Okay, let's go. Last page.